I'm afraid it's further bad news for Altrincham this afternoon. They've gone down by 3-2 against Gainsborough Trinity. We're talking to Assistant Manager Robbie Lawton. First of all, Robbie, I suppose no side can really expect to concede 2 goals inside 10 minutes and expect to come away with anything.
No. Shocking start. I think we've been able to defend some of our defending at times by attributing some of the goals to conceding weak possession higher up the pitch, or not being so organised higher up the pitch, and then ultimately the back four are the ones that get the flak and the keeper. But I'm afraid today, lads who are paid to defend and do a job defensively didn't do it. The brutal honesty and the brutal truth of that means that we've give ourselves yet again another mountain to climb. We attempted to climb it, but you show me any side who's going to give a team 1, 2, 3 goal lead after 10, 15, 20 minutes and think they're going to pile on the pressure second half and come back. It's not going to happen.
John Cyrus looked as if he should have done better on the first, and Sam Patterson didn't defend at all before the ball came in for the second. But in between, we had a very, very good chance. And Elliot Newby, it was a bit of a tight angle, but he had plenty of the goal to aim at, and he did seem to panic a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Elliot's come in and he's done well. He's done what we've asked him to do: get at defenders, face them up, go past them, deliver quality. At times, he's delivered quality. Naturally, he's probably going to use us as a platform to go on to bigger and brighter things in his eyes. But first of all, he's got to produce it week in, week out here. So I'm not going to criticise a player that's not ours. And he's done, a reasonable to good job while he's been here. You mentioned John Cyrus. We've asked John to hold his hand up today. He has been in and around all 3 goals. Well, possibly one of the goals he was tracking back, so I might need to retract that. But certainly 2 of the goals he's been in and around. He comes and meets the ball better than most centre halves I've seen at this level. There are things in his game that he's going to have to tidy up, but I'm not going to single him. You mentioned him, so I've repeated his name. The back four and the defensive players never did their job. I have to say, I don't include Lawrence Taylor in that evaluation. For a kid, both Wednesday and today, I thought he was fantastic and rightly received man of the match. If we don't address the defensive lapses, those next 3 or 4 games that we're now facing could be extremely challenging. I think we know that.
Unlike last week, we did actually create some decent opportunities in the first half, but our delivery once we got into the byline or whatever, or got the opportunity to get the ball in, was generally poor.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side of that, you could say, what was the movement like in the box? Wingers will hopefully pick players out if they can, or they razz it across the 6-yard box, giving the back four and the keeper, a problem. Too many balls hit the first man, I suppose. Too many balls fail to pick a target out. But we played football in their defensive third for long periods today. I don't think you can attribute that to a change in shape. I don't think you can attribute that to a change in personnel. Again, they've just sat off a bit and defended the lead. And again, like last week, they've lost a man. So we've not going to kid ourselves and think we've dominated the last half of the second half because they had 10 men. We shouldn't go in the changing rooms and pat ourselves on the back by thinking we bombarded them. It's very difficult, Bri, because there are some players that have performed quite well. There are some players that have all performed under par at the wrong time. If you get 6, 7, 8 faces not performing like we've had today, then you come off with the sort of performance that we've had. Having said that, we demanded more of the players after last week, offensively. And as a result of that, we probably, I haven't counted, we probably had 17 shots. 18 shots. I take what you're saying about the quality in the box, but we've still had not clear-cut chances, but we've had chances. The very, very upsetting thing, and it makes you quite angry if I'm honest, is they go near our box possibly 3-4 times and they've got 3 goals. And it's just totally unacceptable. We have to take responsibility for that as management. We put the players out there. We picked them. We signed them. But there's been a revolving door of managers. We can't all have it wrong. So at some point, those 16, 17, 18 players have got to throw their hand up and say, either I'm not good enough, or we're not good enough, or I should be doing more.
We know the situation is dreadful at the bottom. We're now 17 points behind Gainsborough Trinity, who are 4th from the bottom. That's really 18 if you take into account goal difference. So you'd almost say that is an impossible task. Now, from yours and Matt's point of view, and Graham Heathcote, you can't look at it like that. But it's a huge mountain to climb.
You're right. We can't look at it like that. But you have to be real about this. We are expected to possibly win 11-12 games out of the remaining, is it 20, 18 fixtures, and having won 3 or 4 in the calendar year last year. You called it a mountain, it might even be bigger than that, but we can't look at it like that, and we'll keep going, and we'll make sure the players keep going. But I said last week, there has to be a strategy in place. There'll need to be conversations to be had with players, with the board, with the chairman, about what's the plan. And I'm pretty sure those conversations are going on. I know we've had conversations with players. We've tied 2 up today for next year. I don't know if that's public knowledge, but it will be shortly. We've tied 2 up. Whether we're in this league or whether we're in the league below, we need players who want to be at Altrincham regardless of the league. We don't want players, and I'll be open and honest about this, we or whoever is in here in post next season, we don't want players who want to know what league we're in first. We want players who want to play for the club, and I'll take the league.
And I'm fairly sure one of those is Lawrence Taylor, and the other one?
The other one is Sean Miller, which is a really good signing. We've missed him. We've missed a fit Denzi. We're going to miss Jake Maltz. I thought Robbie was doing well up top when he got injured. That sort of thing happens, doesn't it? It doesn't happen when you're up the top. We've lost key players at key times, and Sean Miller's been one of them. In the short time I've been here, he looks the most dangerous, and so as a club, everyone should be delighted he's committed for next year.
That's fantastic news. First of all, Lawrence Taylor, it's great to see young players coming through, and he's been really impressive and taking his chance superbly. But also, Sean Miller, that's a real statement of intent. And as you said, it doesn't matter what league we're playing in next season. He's signed up, and that shows great commitment. That's going to be a huge boost, I think, for the supporters. Well, I don't know if one signing is going to boost supporters' morale, but it certainly might go some way to convincing supporters that we are, regardless of the unknown, whether we're here or not, whether in this league or not, we are working behind the scenes to tie up a core group of players, as I say, who want to commit to the club. Sean Miller's one of them. There are other conversations going on. Obviously, 1 or 2 lads will be here anyway because contract determines that. And hopefully by the next month or so, we've got 6, 7, 8 who have committed to the cause and trying to bounce back immediately. That's Robbie Lawton there on a disappointing afternoon for Altrincham, with some positive news regarding the setup of the squad for next season, with both Lawrence Taylor and Sean Miller committing their futures to Altrincham Football Club until the end of the 2017-18 season.